Yo. I got your letter Tuesday, we read it on the fire escape. The part where you said Deshaun got sentenced, I sat with that for days. I remember 91, you had the gray New Balance with the frayed lace. We snuck into the garden, those bleed seats, you said this was your place. To see your reading, your outgoing mail, that part stayed with me. Every word you write is weighed by somebody that ain't free. Your mom showed me the visitation form, the boxes and the rules. I filled it out wrong twice, they don't teach you that in schools. Raymond from the 3rd floor moved, nobody told his daughter. The super painted over the mural on the wall, the one by the corner water. Little stuff I know, but you asked me what changed, so I'm saying it clear. The block's still breathing, but it breathes different when you're not here.
Write me back when you can. Write me back.
I keep the photo from Marcus's cookout, all of us on the hood. You had a smirk like the world owed you something, and it probably should. Your case been through 3 lawyers, the last one talked fast on the phone. Legalade, you know how that go, brother, can't reach you alone. I've been reading what you sent, the stuff about the yard and the library. The way you broke down Iceberg Slim told me you got the commentary. That shooter always found an angle that nobody else would find. The judge saw a number, caught a point and saw a case. I see your mind, sent you the photos of your son, the ones from his first day of school. He got your walk already, chin up like the whole world's a tool. I'm out here holding it the way I can, which ain't always enough. But you already know that winter coming and the city stay rough.
Write me back.
I'ma be there for the next one.
Write me back.
I'ma be there for the next one. Got promoted, I seen it in the paper photo with the mayor shaking hands. I tore it up, put it in the trash later. I'm not gon' front like I got answers or like prayers been prompt, but I light one every Sunday, stall 3rd pew, Father Rhyme. I'm in the streets, but I'm careful, move different since you went. Your situation ain't abstract to me, I know exactly what it meant. 6 more years they gave you, said it like a number on a tag. I set it to the ceiling at 4 a.m. and let it drag, but I'm here, I'm documenting everything the way you told me to. Every small thing, every change thing, building the world you're coming home to. The city still got your name in it somewhere between the cracks. Come home, my brother, we got decades, we gotta get back. I'll be there for the next one. I'ma be there for the next one.
Write me back, I'ma be there for the next one. Write me back. Write me back, I'ma be there for the next one. We ain't done. We ain't done.
My zip code alone make other rappers reconsider their plans. I've been nice since the 90's when the Jams put Master Tim's in the bands. The Duplex on Herkimer, the hallway smell like console and weed smoke. I learned 3 things: stay quiet, count right, and no borrow or free smoke. My pen game heavy like a payphone on a Wednesday night. Drop knowledge on the corner and the corner started seeing the light. They said I wasn't ready, I said ready for what exactly? I've been sharp since the 3rd grade, vocabulary, complex and steady. Caught a battle on the 1/16th. Now I've been watching one of them was signed. I ran through with 16 bars before we finished. Wasn't being unkind, just the nature of the craft. When your whole hood taught you to compete. On Herkimer, we don't just survive, we make the whole city eat.
Never slept, never slept, never slept, never slept.
I move through the city like a reference nobody caught. My bars got 3 layers like the man who bust tables and also taught. You'll find me in the crate section flipping through the forgotten names of cats that went platinum with 1 press run and never saw the frames. I don't do features with men that rhyme by accident. I'm selective with time. I roll a decks, got MCs but only 3 of them can hold a line. Cold City, hot summer, that's not a paradise, it's Tuesday. You new to the borough, speaking on the block like you knew this day. The vinyl got a story that the streaming service never captured right. The skipping, the break, the warping, the label, the way the needle fights. That's what I'm chasing, something imperfect and permanently true. The Duplex on Herkimer, the whole building made it through.
Never slept, 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 never slept.
study pressure, the way carbon studies heat, slow, deliberate change. The same block that been other menace, how my thinking got rearranged. I came through asking questions I already answered 3 months prior. My patience been a weapon longer than their whole career's been higher. I don't argue with a man who learned the rules from someone who was wrong. I just wait, let the season shift, the truth was always on my side alone. Alkaline nature, nothing bitter, penetrates the core. I've been building in a room that small minds couldn't find a door. My words are compound structure, take it apart and each piece stands alone. I planted every sentence in this verse the way a mason places stone. The clock's a metaphor for men that think time limits what they own, but alkaline don't age the same, neutralizes what's thrown. The game is 7 layers and most MC address the surface only. I'm in the 6th basement with a candle and a notebook moving slowly. Every cipher got a weak link, finer than the first 4 bars they give. The eyes will tell you what the mouth on how exactly does he live. I came through the side entrance of the culture, no announcements made. You heard the record, 3rd generation dub. That's how the best ones fade, that's me. I'm comfortable being the name they almost can't remember. Heat that left the room in August gets discussed again in December. My syllables got weight because I chose each one deliberately. I crossed out 40 words to write the 10 you hear from me. Alkaline, nothing rides, nothing bends, nothing dissipates clean. I'm the version of the thing they made all those imitations mean. Every war I fought was quiet, no witness and no record made. I came out holding what I started with and none of my debts unpaid. Alkaline, the base beneath the acid that the world applies. The reason why the thing they tried to kill keeps opening its eyes. In my mind, column left and column right. Who was present in the winter and who vanished in the night? Not a grudge, just accurate accounting of the weight. I've held the names of everyone who swore they stay and who compelled. I run the figures every January with my back against the wall. Subtract the ones that cost me more than what they gave it all. My father taught me math before he taught me anything with words. Said the numbers never lie to you the way that people do with words. So I'm precise about my circle, about the company I keep, about the men I call at 3 a.m. If I was running deep, the ledger don't discriminate. It counts the kindness and the cold. The friend who held my rent that month, the one who let the secret go. I gave my homie Marcus everything I had in 96. He needed startup money and I didn't ask about the mix. 3 weeks later heard him on the corner saying it was his idea. I didn't say a word, I just adjusted what I kept near. The ledger isn't vengeance, I want that clearly understood. It's just the way I learned to separate the bad from what is good. Some people drain by nature, not malicious, just design. Like water taking rock down, not by choices, by design. I learned to love those people at a distance with a wall. Still wish them well at Christmas, just don't loan them nothing at all. The ledger balances the way the season balances the year. Some columns stay in deficit, some columns come out clear. I added up my own side too. The debts I owe and owe, the time I left before I should, long before the outro. The ledger holds my failures with the same precision and the care. I'm not above the count and I'm accountable right there. What I owe, I pay what's done, I sit with, that's the code. My grandfather lived 84 years and never owed a road, so I maintain the ledger, left side, right side. What remains when it's all accounted for? What's left is what sustains.
had a 7-tier Cadillac, burnt orange with the cream interior. He kept it clean like it was still the day he bought it, nothing inferior. He park it on the block and men would stop missing it's just to look. Not at the car exactly, at the way a man could carry what he took. That was before the case, before the summer, everything unraveled. Before I understood how far a family could fall from where they traveled. I was 9 then, watching him from the second floor window frame. Didn't know that morning was the last time things would be the same. They took the car in the settlement, I don't know who owns it now. Maybe sitting in the yard somewhere, somebody's project somehow. I think about it when I drive through Galveston in the early grade. The things we built before, we'd have to give them away. Everything I had, I gave it, and still I rose. I built my own thing slow. Nothing flashy, nothing that announces, just enough to keep the people that depend on me in good amounts. My daughter asked me once why I don't have pictures from before. I told her some things you don't frame, you just remember what they for. The truth was simpler than I wanted her to understand. At 7, some chapters close so hard the photos feel like they were taken in another version. My uncle called me from Beaumont in the fall of '02. Said I just want you to know I always thought about you. That's all, I didn't push for more, I let the silence be enough. Sometimes a sentence from a man like that is more than double any stuff. I hung the phone up, sat an hour, then I wrote the whole thing down. The burnt orange Cadillac, the block, the morning and the sound. Everything I had, yeah. And still I rose, yeah. Everything I had, I gave it, and still I rose. Now I drive a gray sedan, I watch myself on Sunday afternoons. Not because I have to, just because it gives the weekend room. My kids will have their own things that they carry without asking why. Some weight gets handed down before the person even knows to try. But I'm the breaking at the stopping point, the place it ends. Whatever I inherited from loss, I'm choosing where it bends. The burnt orange Cadillac is somewhere, it still exists on earth. Some things you breathe not for what's gone, but what it was worth.
One more gonna have to fix. One more gonna have to fix. School taught me Columbus, the block taught me consequence. School gave me a textbook, the block gave me evidence. I'm not romanticizing, I watched 3 men go away to nothing. But I learned more about economics from the corner than from anything. The system that produced the block also produced the school. 2 doors to the same building, different version of the tool. I read Fan on at 710 because my brother left it when he left. Not from class, he found it at the library on 16 he vest. That's the education, accidental, inherited, hard won. The things that get passed through families that never had a formal run. I'm telling you the curriculum of the 450 Flums block. Identify the exit before you hear the lock. The teachers I respected most never had a classroom attached. They taught through demonstration, everything they showed was exacted. My man Delroy fixed engines in his driveway Saturday mornings. Never charged my uncle once, said kinship don't come with warnings. The woman on the 4th floor who kept 3 kids through the winter alone taught me what endurance looks like when it has to happen in your home. These aren't symbols, these are people with specific names and lives. The kind of knowledge that the university decided files. The block's a living document, amended every season, every year. You learn to read it or you don't, the tuition is severe. I'm not a product of the street, I'm a student of the condition. And every bar I write is a notation in the lesson's transmission. They keep asking when hip-hop will mature, grow up, move on. I keep asking what they mean because the question's what is wrong. This was always literature, this was always the account. The record of what happened when the system failed to count. The names of everyone it placed outside the margin's edge. I keep the ledger in the bar, I keep the truth on every ledge. 451 Fahrenheit, that's what burns the books. But the things we memorize from knee can't burn the same as books.
Thanks.
Kevin got buried on a Thursday in the rain. 7 people showed, I counted cause it stayed with me plain. His mother had an umbrella that somebody handed her from somewhere. She didn't cry at the graveside, she was past the crying there. I stood in the back because the front felt like a claim I hadn't earned. I knew Kevin from the corner, not from anything that mattered first. We shared a Newport once waiting for a car that never came. Talked about the Knicks, talked about a girl, I never knew his name. Found it out that Thursday, Kevin Lamont, 22, 7 people in the rain, 1 umbrella and the residue. Residue, 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 residue. The thing about the corner isn't waiting for your grief. By the time I got back from the cemetery, the block had turned a new leaf. Different people, same positions, corners got a logic of their own. The vacancy that Kevin left got filled before his body was cold stone. I'm not indicting anyone, I understand the economic weight. The block don't have the luxury to mourn the way that loss is great. But I held Kevin's corner in my mind for the whole of that winter. Kept thinking about the Newport and the Knicks and how thin the splinter of time is between a regular Tuesday and the last one of your life. How ordinary Kevin's morning probably was before the knife. They don't make songs for Kevin, Kevin wasn't famous, he was real. This is the elegy for men who's lost the world, doesn't think to feel. Kevin, 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 Kevin. Kev, I don't know if you knew you were being remembered this specific way. A man you split a smoke with outside a corner store one day, but you stuck, I don't know why. Maybe it was your mother's face, maybe it was 7 people in the rain in the cemetery space. I've been carrying the image for something close to 15 years, and I figure the least I owe you is a bar where your name appears. Kevin Lamont, Thursday, 7 people, that umbrella in the rain. The Knicks, the Newport, the car that never came. Car that never came. Car that never came. Car that never came. Never played. Yo. Yeah, you hold that note. Yeah. 3 train northbound, the cab is 742. The city's still asleep, but wearing his cue like something new. Man in a fedora, reading the daily news from Tuesday, holding it the way men his age held things permanent, not mood-based. Girl with a portfolio leaning on the door across the aisle. Art school, maybe you're an interview. She had that practice smile. I notice everybody's shoes. That's what the city tells you first. A man's relationship with money shows up in his footwear first. I got on the Navins, ride it all the way to 96 sometimes, just to feel the city move through me the way it moves through everyone's lives. The underground's the only place where every class is equal for a moment. The banker and the dishwasher own the same square footage, and know it. Yeah, like you will. Teenage boy asleep standing up, holding the pole by instinct. He smell like a kitchen restaurant work, the kind that leaves a distinct mark on how you carry yourself home at the end of a double. That particular exhaustion, bone deep, past regular trouble. I've been a tire, different decade, different kitchen, same train. The city recycles its conditions while it changes all the names. Woman read it in the paperback with the cover bent all the way back. Something she read 3 times before. I could tell from her track of eyes the way they move with comfort and not discovery anymore. Like visiting a person rather than opening a door. I could have been anywhere by 30 if the 30 hadn't cost so much. 3 train off the cab to Harlem, keeping just enough touch. about the city the way you think about a complicated relative. It hurt me, yes, but it also gave me everything definitive. The language that I think and the way I scan the room for exits. The way I love without announcing all of this. The city's premises, 3 train north, I'm riding past the stop. I need some time just to have 5 more minutes with a city that's in several minds. My kids will grow with somewhere calmer if I have anything to say, but I hope they get one when they're in New York before I move us away. Just to feel it, just to know why every song I write sounds like this. Like someone talking under fluorescent lights about what they miss, about what they miss, about what they miss.
From a pound at a from a palm at a
Don't tell me about the symbol, tell me about the deed. Don't tell me about the monument, tell me who it freed. The policy lives in the budget, not the speech or the mural. The health of a city is in a zip code and a referral. I've been reading the legislation since they redrew the lines. The district that we live in and the district where the money climbs. Same city, different allocation, different road maintenance, different school to prison ratio, different who gets patience. I don't need a villain with a name to point at. I need the structure, name the policy, the legislation, the funding rupture, blueprints for a fire on lit by accident or heat. Somebody drew the plans and somebody signed it underneath. Say it loud. Say it clear loud. Say it 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 loud. Redlining wasn't metaphor, it was an actual red pen line on a map that determined where the capital would and wouldn't climb. The wealth gap is a natural selection. I need you to understand it has a paper trail, a date, a signature, a hand, and I'm not reciting history to make you feel the guilt that goes away. I'm identifying the mechanism that produces the same conditions today. Same app updated zoning, same result with different wording. Same school underfunded while the next one over's occurring. I got cousins on both sides of one of those invisible lines. They're the same bloodline, reading completely different signs. That's not failure, that's design, and design can be redesigned. Blueprints 4 or 5, I'm drawing new ones from behind. Say it loud. 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 So what do you do with the information when it doesn't have a face? When the villain is a structure and a policy and a place. You start local, every city council vote is where the blueprint lives. Every school board seat, every budget line, that's where the power gives. I'm not naive, I know the mountain, I know exactly what this costs. But I also know the history of every movement that they thought was lost. They all looked impossible from the inside of the problem's weight. And every single one of them changed something fundamental about faith. Blueprints for a fire, this is not a song, this is an assignment. Go find a document, go read the line, go demand the realignment. Say it loud. Say it loud. Say it loud. Say it loud. I'ma brown that up.
My grandfather fixed things, toasters, watches, window frames. People came from 3 buildings over just to leave their broken names at his door on Saturday mornings with an apology and a wait. He'd have it done by Sunday evening, never asked what it was worth of late. He fixed things because the neighborhood needed someone who could. Not because of profit, not for recognition, just because he could and would. He kept a drawer of parts from everything he'd ever repaired. Said every broken thing has a piece that's still worth being cared. I think about that drawer now when I'm sitting with the unfixable ones. The relationships and systems and the damage that undone undoes. He's gone 11 years, the drawer is in my basement in a box. I haven't opened it because some things you keep just to know what talks.
Talks.
Yeah, I inherited his hands. People notice when they see me work, the way I hold the problem, turn it over, find a hidden quirk. But I didn't inherit the patience that allowed him to be still while someone talked around a problem for an hour. I still feel the pull to fix before they done explaining, which is its own damage. A different kind of broken that took longer for me to manage. He would sit, he would wait, he would let the whole thing come to him. Then he'd reach into his knowledge the way he'd reach in that drawer to swim through parts until his fingers found the one that matched the need. Not searching anxiously, just trusting that the right thing would concede. I'm learning that I'm 41 and learning to be still. The man who fixed things, but himself was an ongoing skill. I'll open that drawer one Sunday when I'm ready for what's there, the parts of every broken thing that someone trusted to his care. Maybe I'll find a piece of something that's been missing in my own, or maybe I'll just sit beside it and feel less alone. The man who fixed things, he's in the drawer, in the parts, in the hands, in the way I hold the problem till I finally understand. Being, and it's a draw.
My rib cage logic protects the organ that produces all this. The heart's the engine, the bars are just the analysis. I categorize the critical from casual and a half a bar. By the time you finish reading your first line, I've already been far. I structure verses the way architects approach load bearing. Every syllable's a joint, I know exactly what it's carrying. My technical precision's got a street address and the mother. It didn't come from theory, it came from being smarter than my brother by necessity, because he was the one the corner wanted first. And I learned fast that being sharp was the only rehearsed dispersed insurance that a young man without money had for the weight of the days. The mind as the only asset nobody could appraise.
Rip his logic. Rip his logic. Rip his logic. Rip his logic.
Rib cage logic, I control the tempo of what's admitted. The information that gets through versus what's been omitted. Every man I've ever lost got past my perimeter first by being something that I needed. That's the nature of the worst betrayals. They don't come from enemies, they come from close commissions. For people in your life who had the access and the mission. So now I run a tighter gate, and I close just calibrated. The warmth I give is genuine but measured and weighted. My bars operate the same way, nothing wasted in the line. If a word isn't pulling weight, I pull the word and reassign. Rib cage logic, the bones protect the thing that keeps you living. But bones were meant to flex, not just to stop the world from giving.
Rip his logic. Rip his logic. Rip his logic. Rip his logic.
My son asked me why I write in the notebook at 2 in the morning. I told him some things make more sense without the warning of other people's expectations or their sense of what it should be. That the notebook at 2 in the morning is the most honest version of me. He nodded like he understood, went back to sleep. 7 years old, already comfortable with a father that makes art in the code. That's the inheritance I'm building, not the bars, not the technical run. The permission to be fully what you are at 2 in the morning, my son. Rib cage logic, protecting something bigger than the craft. The man behind the cadence in the decades that he's passed.
Logic. Rip his logic. Rip his logic. Rip cage logic.
Oh man, all the done it over that year. Let him live on that.
Old man Ellis ran the corner store on Fawn for 27 years. Never sold bad product, never shorted anybody, never interfered. He kept a small TV behind the counter set to the news all day. Not because he watched it, because he said it kept the lies words in play. So he could catch them, know the language of the ones who decide. He'd say, you don't have to agree, you have to know exactly what they're saying today. I was 12 the first time I understood what he was talking about. He showed me a city council vote that changed our block's route. Said, see, this language neighborhood revitalization now translate. They want the land and you're the thing they want to relocate. 27 years behind that counter, nothing surprised his eyes. He just kept naming things precisely until I understood the lies. He told me once that every con requires the mark's cooperation. That nothing gets taken without some version of the victim's participation. Not blame, he was specific, the system manufactures the condition. Then offers you a deal that looks like choice, that's the definition. He kept books behind the chips and the Lucy's and the Chillos. Ball when hockey, my the booty. CLR James between the Phillies blows. Not for show, he rhythm. He discuss them with whoever stay long enough. For graduate school operating the register and the Doritos fluff. He's gone now. Stores a nail salon. Last I checked, a different kind of service where you pay and leave and don't reflect. I don't say that with contempt. Commerce is commerce and it feeds. But I missed the place where knowledge was the product meeting needs. What Elders gave me wasn't information, it was method. The way you look at any situation before you let it be accepted. The question behind the question, the interest behind the stated interest. The 3-move prediction before you decide what moves the best. I use it every day in rooms and contracts in the way I'd rather face the corner store. Oracle taught me how to navigate the space between what's presented and what's true, between the surface and the floor. 27 years of small TV and books behind the store. I name them here because the city forgets the men who held it up. The ones who didn't build a monument, they just kept filling up the vessel that the neighborhood needed somebody steady to be. Old man Ellis, Fulton Avenue, he taught me how to see.
Tuesday night, the Marcy elevated, 2 o'clock in the motion. I had the brown bag twisted, half the contents, half the notion. Rashid was on the phone arguing with somebody he owed time. I could hear the other voice through the receiver, every dime of it, the desperation, the kind that makes men do unexpected. I held the pole and looked away, cause some things aren't for me to collect. Had one yellow past the window with the car outside rain, the kind that makes the city look like it was always meant to contain something cinematic. All the neon running down the glass. Rashid hung up, didn't talk, and we just let the moment pass. He had a look I knew from watching my own face in certain years. The arithmetic of debt performed behind composed frontiers.
Got off of Utica, somebody knew somebody on the corner. Introductions made in the shorthand of men who've been the forewarner of what happens when you stand too long in any one radius. You become the ambient detail of someone else's hazardous. I didn't stay long, made an excuse about the hour and the train. Rashid looked at me like he understood and like gave him pain. Simultaneously the recognition of a friend who chose a different step. Not better, not worse, just a different kind of debt. I walked back to the station in the rain with my collar turned up. The city at 2 a.m. is every version of itself turned up to maximum exposure, all the beauty and the terror at the same time. Every corner either a beginning or the end of some design.
I think about Rashid maybe twice a year without a reason. The way certain nights embed themselves regardless of the season. He's probably fine, probably isn't, I don't actually know. That's the thing about the city, it lets people come and go with such efficient indifference that you could lose a whole person to the normal churn of living without a single worse and sense of something missing. Just a presence that was there. And then Tuesday night, Marciel, 2 o'clock, the Raining Man. Raining Man, Raining Man, Raining Man.
I never sleep good when the block is quiet, something always follows. The silence on the streets got too much history, it swallows. The noise is earned and then it waits for what's about to come. I learn to read it like a pressure drop before the storm brings some accountability for everything that's been building in the margins. The block is quiet the same way a man gets quiet when he's bargaining with something he can't change, that particular internal weather. The street and the man perform the same silence altogether. I've been on this block since '89, I know it's different. Quiet to 2 a.m. safe quiet, the Sunday morning quiet is pious. The quiet after sirens that's got nothing in it. Peaceful, the quiet when a name goes missing and the corner keeps its people. Play dominoes when it's warm enough for outside chairs. They go quiet between hands in a way that tells you everything's still there. The unspoken taxonomy of a neighborhood has known itself for decades. Who your father was, what happened, what it cost. The whole cascades of history alive and 4 men at a folding table on the sidewalk. I sit on the stoop and study what they don't say in their mind walk. The language under language, the real data beneath the conversation. The block's memory operating below surface of narration. Keisha's window on the 3rd floor, lights been off for months now. I heard she moved to Maryland for reasons I never found how to ask about without it be an invasion of a grief that wasn't mine to enter. I just noticed and believed the details of a neighborhood. I felt before they understood. You know when something shifted just by how the morning airs was stood. I wanna write this block down the way a doctor writes a chart, not diagnosis, just the vital signs, the pattern and the heart of what it means to have a place inside you permanently pressed. The way a city can become the architecture of your chest. When the block is quiet now, I sit inside it differently than before. Less fear, more witness, less transaction, more rapport with the specific weight of everything the street is held and holds. The quiet is the block between the lines, the space that folds the story into something more than the events themselves. I keep this whole geography alive in 16 shelves of memory I've stacked since I was 7 and scared of the dark. Now I'm 40 and I'm scared of nothing here. I'm just a mark of what this place became when someone stayed to document the fact that everything that happened here was worth coming back.